Thank you, Speaker. You know, despite the self-praises, Deputy President, South Africa is struggling to achieve a stable, equal and prosperous society. And part of the vivid reflections of such was the ANC government's killing of workers in Marikana. We heard that you have apologized somewhere in Rhodes. Why are you apologizing?
Point of order,
and who are you apologizing to?
Point of order,
and why are you not going to apologize
Honorable member, there's a point of order.
So that the people that have been affected are the ones who receive
Honorable Shivambu, can you take your seat? Well. There's a point of order. Where's the point of order? Honorable Kabashe?
Is referring to the ANC killing Marikana people is out of order, Chair, and he should withdraw that. Thank you.
Honorable Shivambu. Honorable Shivambu, in fact, the issue of you saying the way you are saying it is unparliamentary. The issue of Marikana, that's for a start. Secondly, it's a second totally different matter from the question that has been posed, on the basis of which you must ask a supplementary question.
Madam Speaker, on a point of order.
No, Honorable Steenhuisen.
Speaker.
Madam Speaker, I'd like to take a point of order in terms of the rules of the National Assembly, if I may.
Honorable Steenhuisen, I'd like to finish with Honorable Shivambu.
But Madam Speaker, you've given a ruling. I'd like to take a point of order, if I may.
I'd like to finish with Honorable Shivambu, Honorable Steenhuisen.
But Madam Speaker, it's germane to the question that you've just raised.
Honorable Steenhuisen, please give me a chance to finish with Honorable...
Will you recognize me when you finish with Honorable
Let
Shivambu?
me finish with Honorable Shivambu. Honorable Shivambu, I want to go back actually myself to re-look at what you said.
Okay.
I would like to go back.
But just as a quick reminder, Speaker, the Western Cape High Court has actually legitimated a phrase that says that the ANC government killed workers in Marikana. It was a long court case which Parliament ultimately lost, and it's now judgment which we have not yet appealed. The question is within context because we're speaking about South Africa's prosperity, stability, that which might undermine development if it is not properly addressed. And we're pointing to an issue that is relevant now, that the Deputy President has apologized on the Marikana ANC government's killing of workers. What is he apologizing for, and why is he not apologizing to the relevant people in Marikana? It's linked to that. At least allow him to answer the question, and then we'll take it.
Honorable Deputy President.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Thank you. Let me say, when I addressed students at Rhodes, one of the young people who asked that question later came to me and said, Deputy President, I asked you that question because I wanted to understand precisely what your conscience was telling you. And he said, before I come to the question that you've raised, Honorable Shivambu, he said, after my answer, he said, thank you very much. You have clarified this matter to me because I am the one who asked this. I now know precisely what you did and how it all evolved. And I thanked him. And he said, I'm sorry if you found it embarrassing. And I said, no, I didn't find it embarrassing because as a public person or as a leader, I know I have to be accountable for what I do and what I say. And you as a student, a citizen of this country, was asking me to account for what I said and what I did. What did I apologize for? I apologize, Honorable Shivambu, for the language that I used. I did say I did use inappropriate or unfortunate language, as expressed, yes, in the emails, but I also said what I was dealing with, the intervention I was seeking to make, was to try and stop further killings from happening. And for me, this was sparked off. Thank you.
Order, honorable members. Let's allow the Deputy President to finish.
And this, for me, was sparked off by the killing of the 10 people who had died earlier. And the killing of those people had happened in the most gruesome manner. And some of those people were police. The majority of them were mine workers. And I explained at that meeting that I had served mine workers for 9 years. The better part of my growing up years, I had committed to working for mine workers. I'd never been a mine worker myself. I was asked to go and help form a union together with other people. And I threw myself at this task. And I said, it could never be that I would want to have mine workers killed, or anybody for that matter, in the way that it all happened. So, Honorable Shivambu, that is what I apologize for. Beyond that, I also said, as a leader, I take counsel from what other leaders advise. And Mama Winnie Mandela did raise the matter with me, and she raised it publicly. She said, I want to take you to Marikana, and that was her initiative. And I said, I am willing to take counsel from Mama Winnie, and yes, accompanying her, and she will lead me. In this process, she will advise, she will give guidance, and she will lead me. Yes, to go and do what? I'm prepared to go and meet the widows of those workers who were killed, and the widows of the 44 people who were killed. Now, Honorable Shivambu, as soon as I made that statement in the Eastern Cape, a number of reverends approached me for a private meeting, and they said, Honorable Deputy President, some of us come from the areas where many of those workers come from. We want to go with you, yes, to Marikana, with prayer, with understanding and all that, and we will want to walk this journey with you because we want you to do this right. So Honorable Shivambu, it's a matter of just saying when it is going to happen. As a leader, I'm prepared to be accountable, and I'm prepared to confront any situation where accountability is required. Thank you very much.